Previously on Sean's stand-up vlog.
I'm about to take my first class in stand-up comedy.
Tonight didn't go as well as I would have liked it to go.
It's almost showtime. Am I ready? In a word, no.
How's everyone doing tonight?
It's been a few weeks since I was last here at the Second City. Finished the first semester and now I'm on to the second one, which is called Expanding Your Set, which I'm hoping to do. And I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling very confident, especially after how the last showcase went, and I've improved, I think, a little bit since January, so ready to dig into it again.
In this particular trip, it was just the two of us, my daughter and I. And as we're driving up to the store, she says, "Don't worry, Pops, I'm not going to be a long time." Honey, that's bullshit. But, so we go in and there.
This class was a lot tougher than the previous semester, and I guess that makes sense. It's obviously more advanced and you have to up things a little bit, but just in terms of more critical feedback, I think, for all of us, not just me. And we're also learning how to host a comedy show, which is a completely different skill set in a lot of ways. So I'm intrigued for sure, but the work is just ratcheted it up a little bit more. I'm going to be trying a new bit tonight, and it's a little bit more aggressive than what I've done in the past. So we will see how that lands.
Well, let me tell you something. Hulk Hogan can't wait to see all my Hulkamaniacs in Toronto, dude. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dive into Lake Ontario, brother. Then I'm going to pick up the CN Tower, and I'm going to snap it over my back, Jack.
Not everyone knew the subject matter, but I think they appreciated the enthusiasm, the aggression that I put into it. So I think it went really well. Over the weekend, I got to see a real comedian in action. The very funny Mario Adrian was here in Toronto. And not only, was it a good experience, but I actually picked up on some things that maybe I wouldn't have noticed before the comedy class. Later this evening, I'm going to be presenting an updated version of the routine that I did in front of the class last week. Tonight went well, but they had the additional challenge of being interrupted or heckled by somebody. You never knew when it was going to happen or who it was going to come from.
Hulkamaniacs in Toronto, brother. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dive right into Lake Ontario, brother. And then I'm going to pick up...
Just wait for the cough. Okay. That's all right. It's all right. Just want to can we get this gentleman maybe a water?
And so it threw me off a little bit, but I think the feedback I got from everyone was great and was able to overcome it fairly quickly and just focus on the set. I am very nervous right now. I'm driving to an open mic night at a club in the Parkdale section of Toronto. And this is going to be, I think, my first real performance because there won't be the safety net of having, a friendly audience. I have no idea. I don't even know how many people are going to be there. It could be 3 people. It could be just a bartender giving me the stink eye. And so taking that safety net away is a little intimidating. And all I can do is try my best. I know I'm paying my dues. So I just want to get this over with now.
Overall, I'd give the set a solid 7 out of 10. Could have gone better, but certainly could have gone worse. Most importantly, I popped my stand-up cherry. I got it done, and now I'll feel much more comfortable next time, and there will be a next time.
This week's homework was to come up with some different premises for comedy. So not fully formed jokes, but just ideas. So I've started jotting down a few things.
So is anyone celebrating Passover this week? I'll be honest, I didn't really expect that there'd be raucous applause for that one.
What I'm starting to learn now is that even when something is funny in my mind, it may not necessarily resonate the same way in front of the audience. And that's good feedback to have for sure. So last night I went to an open mic night, started working on a new bit that I was hoping would have been my bit for the showcase piece. However, it could have gone a lot better.
The mayor's on my case about this whole Kit Kat thing. The newspapers are hounding me day and night. I need answers and I need them now. I want you to search every convenience store, every vending machine, every dollar store until we find the sicko who did this. That worked well.
This tells me I need to invent something different. And so ever since then, I've been working on a new piece and hoping to debut it in class tonight.
Maybe it's like, Mama, guess what I did today? I know that our family's poor, so I robbed the liquor store. There's something just, gets it going organically.
Well, I was glad to be on friendly turf again for this. And so now it's just about finding the right mix for what I want to put in my showcase. Is it just going to be tonight's bit, or am I going to combine it with something else? That's what I'm going to try and figure out.
I've spent the better part of the last week working on combining the two different bits to make for one set. I think we're in a good place. We're going to try it out at the dress rehearsal tonight and see if we've created magic.
It's important to point out how incredibly important it's been to have the feedback and support from the rest of my classmates. They have really, taken everything I've done and helped make it better and really being that support system that I need.
So the dress rehearsals went quite well tonight. We got to go over our set twice, and I think all of us really as a class did really well. I was able to take the feedback and tighten my set to the point where I'm feeling a lot more comfortable about it. I'm trying another open mic night tonight at The Groove, just right behind me here, and keep my fingers crossed that everything goes well and it's a friendly audience.
It wasn't, but at least I did get a few laughs.
All right, it's almost time for the showcase. We are at the venue and there is so much excitement here, and I am at the wrong venue. All right, we're actually at the venue now, and the excitement here is palpable. I'm sure we're gonna have a sold out crowd for the big showcase.
Man here to say, yeah, when I come to Wawa, Ontario, brother, yeah, I'm gonna see, it is what it is. Yeah, thinking, like, what are you talking about, Macho Man? Like, just tell us how you're gonna beat up Jake the Snake or whatever. We don't need to hear what you sound like at 3 a.m. at a Denny's washroom. Sometimes I wish I'd never been born at all. You poor baby. Like, stop playing the victim here. I don't know if this is the defense he plans on using in court one day. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Your Honor, my client is a poor boy from a poor family. Spare him his life from this monstrosity. His last words are, "Nothing really matters to me." If nothing mattered to you, why wouldn't you just plead guilty in the first place and save us all some time and effort? Jeez. The only upside to this particular song I can see is that if I personally ever commit murder, because she's already familiar with the work of Queen, it'll be very easy for me to confess to my own mother. My name is Sean Pasternak. Thank you very much.
I was quite happy with how the showcase set turned out. It certainly helped that there were lots of friends and family cheering me on, as well as a really supportive group of classmates. Now the question becomes, do I continue my comedy side hustle? That is definitely the plan. And hey, if you do see me perform on stage one day, be gentle.